Well, good morning, my friend, and welcome to the Pastor's Podcast Friday morning. Good to have you with me as we end out the week. And it's always good to have people along with us as we go throughout the week. And I'm looking forward, of course, to this weekend back at our church this weekend. We've got back to school Sunday, giving out supplies to the children that come to our church on this Sunday from K-5 to 12th grade. And everyone is welcome to come. Looking forward to that. Got a wedding on tomorrow, and one of our people getting married tomorrow. So looking forward to that as well. And of course, soul winning and everything that goes on throughout the weekend. Looking forward. Had a great week of soul winning. Had a couple more saved on yesterday, and it was always good to get the reports from God's people about someone getting saved, and that's exciting to me. I think one gentleman I found out yesterday had 5 people that they led to Christ yesterday, and one of my older men, Brother Stafford, and that was exciting to hear that he saw some people say they're out there. You just got to go, my friend. And I would encourage you to be sure that you go and lead people to Jesus Christ. God will be pleased with that, with any church that will just get things done. Today, let's talk about getting more things done. In Genesis 41, verse 55, the scripture says, and when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, go unto Joseph, what he saith to you, do. Now, there are several types of people when it comes to getting things done. The first type are those who don't care about accomplishing anything. The second type are those, if you want to put it this way, the second type are those who talk about, they talk about getting things done, but they never do it. Now, the third type are those who are starting to get things done, but they never finish. Then there's a fourth type of and that's the type who finish what they start. The fifth type have so many things on their plate that they get overwhelmed and find themselves getting some things done, but never getting everything done. There's a sixth type that does everything themselves, and they limit their ability to grow because they think nobody can do what needs to be done as good as they can, and they're probably right on that. Now, the seventh type are those who delegate responsibilities, but micromanage those who they give the responsibilities to and won't let them do the work. The eighth type are those who delegate responsibilities. They give responsibilities to people, and then they let those that give the responsibilities do the task so that the leader, can do the task that is critical as a leader to do. Now, that eighth type of person it gets more things done than any other group. Now, Pharaoh was the eighth type of group. He delegated a task to Joseph, and then he let Joseph do what was delegated to him without interfering. When people came to Pharaoh about their lack of bread, he sent them to Joseph because that was his responsibility. Now, Pharaoh could have said what to do, but he understood he could get more things done if he trusted those he delegated responsibilities to. Now, we must follow several things if we want to get more things done in our lives. First, you can't get everything done by yourself. You are limited. Now, I want you to get this. Now, you are limited in what you can do. The fact that you're trying to get things done, now that's admirable. But you can't do everything yourself, my friend. And to think you can, you're going to limit what God can do through your life. Second, you will get overcome and become despondent if you try to do everything yourself. Leaders face burnout, not because they're working too hard, but because they try to do it all themselves and won't delegate some of the things to somebody else. You can't do everything yourself. And you're heading down a dangerous road, leader. I don't care if you're a pastor, what you are. If you don't learn this critical principle of learning to delegate, you will get overwhelmed. If you're trying to do everything yourself, you're going to get overwhelmed. Third, you must delegate responsibilities for the sake of getting more things done. Now, you could do everything if you didn't have everything on your plate. Here's the key right here. But your plate is overflowing. So therefore, you must delegate responsibilities to others to let them help you to get more things done. Fourth, oversee, but don't micromanage those that you delegate responsibilities to. This is a key right here. As a leader, it is your responsibility to oversee everything, to make sure everything is being done according to your standard by those to whom you delegated responsibilities to. But be careful that you don't micromanage them. Fifth, you must follow the channels of responsibility to keep from destroying the purpose of delegating. Here's where a lot of people mess up. When someone comes to you about something you delegated to someone else, many go ahead and answer that. You can't do that. You got to send that person to the one you delegated the responsibility to. If you answer one person out of the roles that you delegated, it destroys the confidence of the one you delegated a responsibility to, and it destroys your ability to get things done. Now, we've got to get a lot of things done. Let me illustrate. At our church, we got several closets. Now, everybody has I need a closet, preacher. I need a place to do things. So I delegated I know this sounds kind of strange. I delegated the closets to my son-in-law, Brother Randy Hall. Now, a lot of times people come to me and start talking to me about the closets, and I may have my ideas, but I don't answer them. I always say, you need to go to Brother Hall and ask him if it's okay. He's the one in charge. Now, he comes to me. Every once in a while, he'll come to me and say, preacher, what do you think about this? And I'll tell him. But I'm making sure. I just, now you go to Brother Hall. One of my assistant pastors, Brother Mark Trimble. Now, he's in charge of getting people to sing. So when someone comes and says, well, I want to be in the choir, and he leads the choir. I want to be in the choir. Now, I could easily say, well, just go do it. No, this is what I always do. I always say, why don't you go see Brother Trimble and talk to him about that. He'll take care of it for you. Have another man in my church, Brother Caleb Turk. He takes care of my night buses and my Sunday night and my Wednesday night buses. So when someone comes to me about a problem on a bus at the night buses, I always tell them, I'd love to help you, but Brother Turk can help you a whole lot better than I can because he helps me oversee that. My day buses are cared for by Brother Shank Sauger. And when someone comes to me about the problems on the day buses, I said, now, whether it be a bus captain, a bus worker, or something, I always said, now, you need to go see Brother Sauger first and talk to him. Let him handle that. Now, the majority of times, these that I've delegated things to, they take care of it. Now, understand, when I let them do that, that takes care of everything. Now, here's the problem. The problem is some people try to go around the channels of authority and they cause problems for the preacher. Now, you've got to make sure that in this area, all of us want to get more things done. So we've got this channel of authority, delegated authority, that the pastor or the one at the top has delegated authority. So those who want to get something done, they need to go to that one authority there. Doesn't mean you never go to the one at the top, but you go through your channels of authority before you go to the guy at the top. And when you do that, that allows everybody to get things done. Listen to me. A pastor can get bogged down taking care of things that he's given to somebody else. Those who work for me will tell you that when I give them a responsibility, I let them do it. I take my hands off. And now there's times I have opinions. I don't tell them what my opinions are. There's times I have opinions. And by the way, as the leader, I have a right to insert myself. But if I insert myself, I run getting more things done because I've inserted myself into something that I've delegated to someone else. So because I delegate to them, follow me very carefully now, because I delegate to them, I let them handle it. And because they're handling it, I leave it alone at that point. Now, my friend, this will allow everybody to get more things done. If every church, now, especially you pastors, I wish you'd get this, but even those who are underneath the pastor, you can set up, okay, so you have the pastor here, and then you have, let's say, a person here and a person here and a person here. Now, this guy over here can set up different people, delegate some of his things underneath him, because he's really set up to be a leader, if you follow me very carefully. And so that the people underneath him, they can go to those delegated authorities and I know to you, it sounds like preacher, that's a lot of change. Yes, but that's how we get more things done. Everybody has a limit of what they can do. We only have so many hours in the day, and we can only do so much. But the Lord's work deserves to get more things done so we can reach more people for Christ. So if we could follow this method of leadership, this method of getting more things done, I promise you, you try it. If you have any questions, if you're a pastor and you have questions, give me a call. I'll be more than happy to try to help you out in this area, because I want us to be able to get more things done so we can reach more people for Jesus Christ. I always say this: there's a reason why I have time to go soul winning as much as I do. The reason why some of you preachers can't go, you say, I don't have time to go soul winning. I'll tell you why: because you're doing everything yourself. Delegate to others so that everybody has time to go soul winning. We can reach more people for Christ. We can grow our churches, because the more people involved, the more people we can bring in for Jesus Christ. Well, I hope this is a great help to you today. Now, let's remember today and all weekend long, be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have